Awesome. I am Joshua Garner for BIO1114, and I'm going to be talking about independent and dependent variables today. That's the topic I've chosen. What is an independent variable? So, independent variables are what we expect to influence dependent variables, according to NIH.gov. NCES says it is a variable that stands alone and isn't changed by the other variables you are trying to measure. Wikipedia says independent variables are not seen as depending on any other variable in the scope of the experiment in question. Rather, they are controlled by the experimenter. So these variables are the ones that you intentionally change in your experiment. They are the ones that the experimenter has complete power over. On the flip side, a dependent variable is a variable whose value depends on changes in the independent variable. Wikipedia says it's a variable that's considered dependent if it depends on or is hypothesized to depend on an independent variable. NCES says that in a dependent variable is something that depends on other factors. And NIH says a dependent variable is what happens as a result of the independent variable. So it's whatever changes in the experiment that you didn't intentionally change. So I put together a few examples just to really get a hang of it. I got this sweet graphic from sciencenotes.org. And as I'm going through these experiments, I want you to look at this and apply what you see in the graphic to the experiments I made. See what the variable that's changed, the independent variable is, and what the variable affected by the change or the dependent variable is. So in our first experiment, we're seeing whether pillow hardness affects sleep quality. In our second, we're seeing if the amount of time spent on grass affects school grades. The third, we're studying the effects of drinking motor oil on overall health. And the fourth is finding out if exercising your legs increases your jump height. Look at the graphic, see what's changed by the experimenter, and see what's affected by that change. Here are the answers. For our first experiment, we were changing the pillow hardness, that's our independent, and our dependent is our sleep quality. In experiment number 2, our independent was the time spent on grass, and our dependent was school grades. Time spent on grass being what the researcher changed, and the school grades being what changed as a result of the researcher changing something. Experiment number 3, the independent variable was the amount of motor oil drank, and the dependent variable was the overall health. And in experiment number 4, the independent variable was the amount of exercise that the legs got. I left the units intentionally vague because I don't have a full experiment planned out for that, and I don't know how I would measure it. But the dependent is the jump height. So seeing how much exercising changes your jump height. Here are my works cited. I'll pause a second so that if anybody wants to go through them. And finally, thank you. I'm Josh. You can reach me at my email, garner.368@buckeyemail.osu.edu. And thank you.